Fellow Toastmasters and guests, tonight we saw something that was pretty incredible, to use last week's word of the day, and that was Daryl Hethcox getting out of his seat, getting up here, but not just behind the podium. He got out in front and stood on his own 2 feet and gave a wonderful icebreaker and something to build upon. Did you notice what format he used? Chronological. Started with the memories of his childhood, fighting his brother on the churchyard, right, getting pulled into the van by his mother. So you use chronological format. I like that a lot because you talked about childhood, sports, family, and then the work, travel, and you even talked about your mother towards the end and what she meant to you. And I think that's great to do because each of those points you can pick out later for your next speech. Get to the point. You can talk about sports or college specifically. Maybe sometime later you can talk about your mother's legacy and the impact she made on you as an individual growing up. And then we can think back, hey, I remember Daryl's icebreaker. Okay, now I'm going to pay attention because I remember him mentioning that at some point during his icebreaker. I thought you had 2 great assets already natural to you that need minor refinement. And these are your 2 greatest points. Humor, some self-deprecating humor, and facial expressions. Pull us in because those are your 2 greatest assets, I think. So use those to your advantage in the coming speeches ahead. Another thing I like is that you looked at the timer. It looks like I have a green light right now. Am I late, Frankie?
Yeah, you're on time.
Okay. But you stayed within time. You made it past the 4 minutes, and you saw the yellow light, and I think that made you hurry up a little bit too fast. But it's good that you had a point in your speech where you saw the yellow light, you needed to be respectful of the meeting and the time, and you got to your closing, and in fact you said a closing, so we knew it was coming. Okay, so good job with that. And I already said, way to get out from behind the podium. You did that. And I will follow your example. Okay. I'd like to give you a few tips for your coming speeches in the future. Keep going with the humor and the body language and use it throughout, because I think that when you use what you're best at, it's going to bring out the best in you. Okay, so the body language, the humor, even self-deprecating humor, say, I'm from Mark Hanson's, or something like that, right? And we get pulled in, just like the audience, and grab our attention by using maybe your accent as self-deprecating humor. Okay. Also, it will naturally increase your volume and enthusiasm. I had some trouble hearing you at the back, but I think once you're into it, you're giving us one of your own stories, it'll naturally come, and your volume will increase. I have 3 takeaways for you as you go into preparing your next speech, which you should start doing tonight. Okay? Don't wait for Sujay to schedule you during June. I would say, whenever a speaker drops out, like Nisha was supposed to speak tonight, she said, I can't make it. Just go ahead, go on the website and sign up after Friday midnight if nobody claims it, and just sign up and speak before Sujay schedules you for your next one. That's a good way to keep the ball rolling. Watch yourself on YouTube, public or private, it's your choice, and find 1 or 2 specific points about yourself that you say. You know, Aaron didn't mention that tonight. Nobody else said it after the meeting when they were talking to me, and I'm going to work on that. And then add an introduction. Email the Toastmaster an introduction, especially on some of your earlier speeches, so that he or she can build you up. And so that way when he says, Daryl Hethcox, people are going, all right, I'm ready to listen to this. And I'm looking forward to the next speech that's going to come sooner rather than later. Congratulations.